What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have the Samsung Galaxy S22 and Vivo X80. Well, the reason behind this comparison is actually pricing. Samsung Galaxy S22 costs $125 more than Vivo X80 in Chinese market. And actually I have seen a lot of good review videos about this Samsung Galaxy S22. So I have bought this Samsung Galaxy S22 3 months ago. But am I happy? Am I satisfied? I'm doing a long-term review video of this Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So if you're interested in this smartphone, please check that video. Okay, what about Vivo X80? From the day I have started using this smartphone, I have been very happy. But camera performance of Vivo X80 wasn't as good as I have expected. So that's the point which was holding me from using this Vivo X80 as my daily drive. But Vivo has pushed an update and there is a huge difference in camera performance of Vivo X80. So I wanted to check how good is it. Can Vivo X80 beat Samsung Galaxy S22? I have done a separate camera comparison video between this Vivo X80 and its bigger brother, Vivo X80 Pro. If you're interested, you can also check that video. Okay, before we start the video, I always provide my subscribers and regular viewers with honest content, true content. So please subscribe to this channel and support true content. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Vivo X80 and Samsung Galaxy S22. In China, pricing of Samsung Galaxy S22 is almost very close to Vivo X80. Vivo X80 is a bit cheaper than Samsung Galaxy S22, but I wanted to check how does these two smartphones performs. I mean the camera performance of these two smartphones side by side, which one is better than the other. Well, check carefully which smartphone has wider dynamic range, which smartphone has wider FOV, which smartphone rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has better color rendition, and which smartphone microphone is working better. I live in China, so I cannot open mask in the public. Anyway, please make a comment which smartphone camera is performing better and let me know in the comment section below. Also, there is a smartphone giveaway going on. I will give away a Honor Magic 4 at the end of this month. So if you are subscribed to this channel, then what you have to do is to make a comment describing which smartphone is better than the other one in this camera comparison. Which one would you select as a winner? Based on my affinity toward a comment, I will select the winner.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control in me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know my rap.
Today we have Kim with us. We are working in an Indian advertisement project together. So yeah, lately she has been trying a lot of Indian races. Vivo has a nice blend of warm color temperature and natural, true to life color tone. While Samsung has tried to keep the tone cold, in some areas colors are washed out, sometimes well-lit areas are overexposed, and finally there is a heavy skin fairness added to the subject. Kudos to Vivo for reproducing almost correct skin tone. Thanks to Zeiss star-coated lens for perfect exposure. Thanks to V1 ISP, Vivo X80 has grabbed enormous detail on the subject. With this new update, Vivo has also minimized beautification issues. Finally, check the background. While Vivo X80 has picked every detail, processed shadow with clarity, and reproduced correct color, S22 has just overexposed the background. Altogether, Vivo X80 human subject photos are very much comparable to its bigger brothers, while S22 has lost the battle one more time. I love S22 Ultra for its portrait photos, and now I think I would use the opposite word of love to describe S22 portrait performance. Look at these photos. Vivo X80 has made me feel super happy. It's not like S22 performance is very poor. Actually, under harsh lighting, many other smartphones have failed, but Vivo X80 has managed to compete with these super flagships. Beside Vivo's amazing portrait shots, S22 portrait photos looks a bit unexciting, a bit tedious. X80 with more detail, better color tone, better skin tone and sharper textures reproduced superb portrait photos, while S22 kept tottering. However, subject detection is a bit better on Galaxy S22, while Vivo X80 is a bit more prone to occasional mishap. But that's nothing so heavy, I'm just nitpicking. Though, if you check carefully, the bokeh effect is far better processed by Vivo. It has that creamy bokeh, while S22 goes for total isolation.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just.
This is a bit different. S22 has won this segment. Samsung always offers better selfie performance, and S22 is no different than its siblings. More detail, better white balance, better skin tone, better exposure. S22 has certainly done better, but Vivo X80 has better color grading, and I'm surprised to see Vivo X80 has actually managed to put up a fight. I would choose S22 over X80 for selfie photos.
Sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just.
These video clips were recorded in 1080p 30 frames per second. Yeah, definitely we will check 4K performance later in this video. S22 has decided to continue to disappoint me. Check the sky color through this video. Check that ugly lens flare. Also, the background is almost exposed. What's going on? Anyway, Vivo X80 has improved a lot after its newest update. Better exposure, natural color rendition, wider dynamic range. Vivo has done magic. In terms of detail, textures and sharpness, there is a noticeable difference. Vivo is well ahead. Also, if you check carefully, S22 has weird random color tint. On top of that, poor texture processing is another issue. These video clips were recorded in 4K 60 frames per second. From 1080p to 4K, there is almost no change in performance. However, Vivo has done something different in 4K. Slight saturation, higher highlights, poor ratio between contrast and brightness, over-sharpened textures. Altogether, Vivo tried to make things more eye-pleasing in 4K, but I am actually amazed by its stabilization. Whatever they have done with this new update, they have done it good. Beside S22, X80 stabilization is way better than what anyone could ever expect it to be. S22 has continued with poor sky color rendition, poor shadow detail, and shaky exposure. Interestingly, S22 has grabbed and processed more detail. Textures aren't that mushy like ultra-wide or main sensor photos. These video clips were recorded in 4K. I am sad to see none of these two smartphones reproduced flagship class video clips. Vivo X80 has better exposure, more detail, and better stabilization. S22 has produced slightly brighter video clips with slightly better color tone. Both have their own advantages and disadvantages. Also, a lot depends on personal preferences. Based on performance and my personal preference, I think Vivo X80 has done better, cause I always tend to go with more detail.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God.
Before we check main sensor night mode photos, let's check ultra-wide photos. Vivo X80 has this new ISP, V1 Plus, and I had better expectations from Vivo X80. But it seems Vivo still has a few areas to improvise. Exposure, brightness, and contrast is better in Vivo, but Vivo has some type of color tint, awkward color temperature, and more importantly, less detail is an issue. S22 nighttime ultra-wide photos are slightly overexposed. Sometimes there is no balance between highlights and shadow, but S22 has grabbed more detail, processed textures with clarity, and noise removing algorithm of Galaxy S22 seems to be a bit better than Vivo X80. This picture shows it all. Nope, that's not right. This is one of those few photos where Vivo has performed and Samsung has failed. In general, almost everything is similar to those ultra-wide photos. Vivo has kept its awkward color tint, Samsung has kept the tone cold, X80 has continued to fail to grab enough detail. S22 has not only grabbed more detail but also processed textures with enough sharpness. Moreover, S22 has managed to maintain good exposure and balance between brightness and shadow. Different people uses different method to test night mode photos. We use our own method. DENS, detail, exposure, noise, and shadow. After checking detail, exposure, noise, and shadow for numerous times, I have noticed Galaxy S22 is actually a bit better than Vivo X80. So Vivo need to fine-tune this matter in upcoming updates. In daylight, Vivo has performed very well, but in low light, things are totally different. Samsung Galaxy S22 has performed way better than Vivo X80. S22 has maintained almost perfect exposure, managed to remove noise and grains without softening textures, more detail, better sharpness. Altogether, in low-light environment, S22 has produced better 3 to 5 times zoom photos. But once I have pushed beyond 5 times zoom, both have failed to produce anything better than the other. As we all know, almost all these smartphones performs great in bright daylight and struggles in different low-light environment. Let's check some indoor photos. I know it's difficult to say which one is better without knowing the correct color. Most of the time, X80 has rendered true-to-life colors with a bit of a warm tone, while S22 randomly increased color temperature to an absurd level. In general, Vivo X80 has better brightness and contrast ratio, more detailed, sharper textures, and even shadow is much better in Vivo X80. Vivo X80 with Zeiss color filter has realistic color curve, and S22 uses its own algorithm. Samsung Galaxy S22 photos are almost ready to be uploaded on social media. Depending on personal preferences, people may choose any of these two, but at a glance, Vivo X80 looks a bit better. I always say this in all of my camera comparison videos. We can edit and tweak a lot of things to make a photo better, but we cannot add detail and textures to a photo. So I always go with the photo which have more detail and better textures. These video clips were recorded in 4K 30 frames per second in an indoor environment. Both the Vivo X80 and the Samsung Galaxy S22 has done very good. Other than a few preferential things, performance is pretty similar. In terms of detail, textures, sharpness, and stability, it's very hard to say one is better than the other, but if we take price into consideration, then I think you'd agree with me, Vivo X80 has done better. It has better colors, while S22 has washed out colors in many different areas. These are ultra-wide photos. As per specifications, Samsung Galaxy S22 got a better Sony IMX713 sensor tagged to its ultra-wide lens, while a Vivo X80 uses a Sony IMX663 sensor for ultra-wide photos. I'm really disappointed with the performance of Galaxy S22. Bizarre color tone mapping and awful white balance has ruined the photos. Vivo X80 has better, almost natural color grading, but color temperature is slightly warmer than natural. Both the X80 and the S22 have grabbed a lot of detail, but it seems texture processing is better in Vivo X80. I am surprised to see Vivo X80 has wider dynamic range and more shadow detail. Usually, X80 goes for a flat color rendition, while S22 chose to overprocess sky color, which makes it eye-pleasing but also gives it an artificial flavor. I have taken all these images in auto mode with auto HDR on. I have enabled scene optimization on S22 and Zeiss color mode on X80. 50 megapixel IMX866 versus 50 megapixel ISOCELL GN5. IMX866 is slightly bigger than ISOCELL GN5 and X80 has a bit better aperture than S22. Even if Zeiss color mode was enabled, Vivo has continued to process the sky color with the same tone in different days and in different times of a day. On the other hand, Samsung Galaxy S22 has continued to process sky color with random tint. Vivo X80 has better white balance, better exposure, balanced highlights, brightness and contrast, while S22 always tend to produce social media ready, vibrant, eye-pleasing photos. In terms of detail and textures, both have done well. Even after doing a lot of nitpicking, I cannot find any noticeable difference. Vivo X80 has slightly wider dynamic range, better focus metering, and definitely better, more natural color rendition. Shadow detail is very similar on both the phones. It's neither too sharp nor too soft. Considering all the facts, I would say Vivo X80 photos are more realistic. Vivo X80 comes with a 2x optical zoom telephoto lens, which is tagged to a Sony IMX663 12 megapixel sensor. Samsung Galaxy S22 comes with a Sony IMX772 12 megapixel sensor tagged to a 3x optical zoom telephoto lens. Samsung has added optical image stabilization to this sensor. After I have started checking these zoom photos side by side, I was shocked. How can it be possible? Vivo has not only fought hard, in some areas Vivo X80 is well ahead of S22 in zoom photos. From 2 to 10 times zoom range, Vivo X80 has taken the lead with better exposure, more detail, structural sharpness, higher shadow and fantastic color rendition. However, Vivo has continued to process sky color without any variation. Everything changes, but not the sky color. If Vivo can fix this sky color tone issue, I would salute to Vivo for doing a great job with inferior hardware. S22 performance is nowhere near to its bigger brothers. After watching through this video, what do you think? Which one has won? Vivo X80 or Samsung Galaxy S22? Which one would you pick? I would go with Vivo X80 because Vivo X80 camera performance has already improved a lot, and I believe Vivo will push more updates to improvise the camera performance of this Vivo X80 and other performance. Yeah, display, gaming, battery, all those are definitely better on Vivo X80. So that's my verdict. I'm going with this Vivo X80. What about you? Please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this Vivo X80 and what do you think about Samsung Galaxy S22. If you have any other camera comparison video request, then please, one more time, make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. There is an international smartphone giveaway going on. All the details are given in the description box below. Check that. And finally, if you have liked this video, go ahead, click on the like button and subscribe to this channel.